I mentioned in another video that I would talk about how to prep for tonsil surgery. So very briefly, I'm going to just kind of talk about what I have done in the past with the other two girls that have had tonsillectomy and adenoid surgery. So first off, I would say that preparation for this starts like 2 to 3 weeks before the surgery date. Because with tonsil surgery, if your child is sick or has any type of sickness, they will not do the surgery. So probably about 2 to 3 weeks before the actual surgery date, I'm really, really particular about my child. I am cleanly with them. I make sure that they're cleanly at school, and I do my best to keep them separated from others, especially if there's a virus going around. So depending on if they have their surgery early morning or afternoon will determine when you need to prep. For Ainsley, she had it afternoon. It was 2:30 p.m. for the start of her surgery. So I prepped the day before and then the morning of. So as far as prepping beforehand and the grocery store, this is all that I purchased for Ainsley's recovery. To start things off for food for the throat, I would do a mixture of cold and warm and room temperature things. So popsicles, pudding, ice cream, Jell-O, if they like Jell-O. She doesn't like Jell-O, so I didn't get Jell-O. Macaroni and cheese, some soups of their choice, mashed potatoes. Ainsley asked for green beans, but I feel that green bean is pushing it, no matter how soft it is. The goal is to not knock off the scab. We don't want to knock off the scab, and we don't want it to bleed, because, well, when that happens, you've got to go back into the emergency room, and it's a longer recovery period. So we did applesauces, yogurts, a lot of fluids, apple juice, and electrolytes. So we use Propel electrolytes, and we really like it. We've been using that for a year or more, I guess, and that's what we always give the kids whenever they're sick. It helps them bounce back. So a lot of electrolytes and a lot of rest. So they told me that she would need to be away from school for 2 weeks. Normally they're feeling better by day 7. I would personally take the full 2 weeks, because even if they feel better by day 7 and they feel like they're ready to bounce back and they're ready to get back into the routine of things, there is a likely chance that they fall behind because they jumped the gun too quick. So we stay for the full 2 weeks at home, and they just send her homework home with her schoolwork if it's during school time. While your child may have their own bed, I suggest setting up in the living room on the couch, an area just for her with a table. That way you can keep an eye on them. And I have Ainsley a place set up in the living room behind me back here, there, somewhere. I don't know that you can see. There it is. Yeah, I have her a place set up for whenever she comes home from surgery right there behind me, so that whenever I'm in here at the computer or I'm in the kitchen, I'm in the central location of the house, I can see her, I can get to her quicker. The day of surgery, I would take a puke bucket, because this is just in case they don't give her a puke bag, which they probably will. If she gets sick and fills that up, well, you're going to need a second option in the car on the way home. So I send a puke bucket in the car, and I would also keep one with her at home while she's recovering, just in case she gets sick. It is known for them to get sick after this because they have gone so long without food. Sometimes the anesthesia gives them, I don't think I pronounced that right. Oh well. Sometimes the anesthesia, whatever, gives them a little bit of nausea and often makes them throw up. This is surgery prep video. The next video that would be uploaded should be her surgery video. So stay tuned for that. These are just a few of my tips. There's really not more that you can do except for making sure that they have tons of soft foods to help fill their hunger cravings and soothe their throat. Also, I would stock up on children's ibuprofen and children's Tylenol. These need to be rotated every 3 to 4 hours. Do ibuprofen for 3 hours, and then when the 3-hour mark is up, do Tylenol. Do that for 3 hours, then ibuprofen. And do that around the clock until she is feeling better, and that's for like at least a week or so. Make sure that they have activities here at the house, stuff to keep them occupied. Make it to where if it's pretty outside, they can go outside and get some fresh air. And then also keep activity very low. So with all of my girls, I've been extremely paranoid because, like I said before, we don't want to bump those scabs off and cause it to bleed. So I have been extremely careful on their activity. I make them walk slow, move slow, everything slow. And they always think that's funny, but I just think it's so important. This saves us a trip to the ER, saves a lot of time and hassle for us on our part. So those are just my few tips on tonsillectomy surgery with your child. And that's what we do here in the Martin household. If you have any questions or anything, leave them in the comments below. If you aren't subscribed already, do so. I post videos like this every week. I will see you guys in the next video.